Oh my god, it's Buzzfeed. Let's watch a fucking stupid video, shall we?
My balls! I don't want my balls sticking to my legs.
And that should be the end of the video. If someone else's being comfortable is a problem for you, you might be a fucking crazy person. I just want to point out, you have your legs spread way further than that dude. Maybe you're doing it for comedic effect. In this case, it's not fucking funny. Or maybe you're doing it because you're a dumb cunt. Either way, cut it out, moron.
Manspreading is when a man spreads his physical body.
At least he's not spreading his ethereal essence. That shit gets fucking everywhere.
To take up as much space as humanly possible.
And there I was thinking that manspreading was a sexist term made up by gender bigots to shame men for having different arbitrary characteristics they didn't ask for that require them to sit differently in order to have some semblance of comfort. Also, it's their legs, you fucking spastic. He's not sat there flailing his arms, is he?
The people around you are relegated to a very small portion.
Almost nobody manspreads, as you call it, when there is no space to do it. Only massive arseholes would. If you want to find someone who does, just go out, find the male versions of yourselves. They'll be a right set of pricks, I'm sure.
But the key to manspreading is not noticing.
How dare someone not give a fuck what some jumped up ideological fascist thinks about how they choose to conduct themselves, legally I might add, in public. What a fucking cunt. Am I right, fellow vagina holders?
We grow up on two different tracks. People who manspread just are socialized not to worry about it.
They aren't socialized to do jack shit. Everyone who isn't a totally batshit insane person understands that another human being's comfort is essentially none of our business. And unless they are going out of their way to make life worse for other people, maybe you should leave them the fuck alone.
I have so many vivid memories as a child of my mum telling me to close my leg.
It's 'cause your breath smells, you dirty slag.
With gender, we're constantly working towards trying to get to this middle.
Now, I'm not really sure what you said there, but from how you finished it, I'm assuming you either said, we are gender, or we have an agenda, where we're trying to reach this middle. Assuming either of those, but even if you didn't, it seems to be something that you guys often want. Why the fuck are you trying to reach this middle? I'm guessing as if men and women aren't clearly, fundamentally different, at least in the case of 99% of people. Stop pretending they aren't, unless you want me to nipple cripple you for the keks. Pretty sure that shit hurts way more for birds.
This week of manspreading is definitely going to make me feel anxious. As much as a super strong feminist, I want to say it won't.
That's because, even as much of a dickhead moron as you are, you still have the built-in desire not to intentionally act like a fucking prick. It's kind of a survival instinct.
I kind of secretly hope to annoy some men.
Yeah, secretly. What the fuck ever shit for brains.
That's my first train trip as a manspreader. I just feel like a monster already. How can you do this every day without being conscious of it?
Oh, fuck off. The only guys who sit like that are total fucking arse-hats, especially in such an empty carriage. Why don't you go sit somewhere else? I mean, fuck. In all your examples, no one was sat even close to that. It's like you're actually pulling this shit from betwixt your bum cheeks.
I just manspread on the bus for maybe a 5-minute ride for the first time, and it wasn't even half full, and I was already getting glared at,
It's funny, isn't it? When you're consciously making a show of being a total dickhead, people pay attention, and you're more aware of that fact. Idiot.
I think this is going to be a kind of long week.
Not as long as this video was for everyone who watched it unfiltered, fuckface.
It's day 2 of manspreading and I forgot that I had to do this.
Good, stop making a fucking fool of yourself. My spine has been trying to escape my body since this video started.
I think whenever a woman takes up space, she's considered bossy.
I think when a woman is being bossy, she's considered bossy.
She's considered aggressive.
See previous response.
There are a lot of stereotypes surrounding black women and whether or not we're angry or we're dominant.
I would make up a joke about that, but I'm afraid you would beat me up. I think she's kind of angry.
And so maybe a lot of the reasons why I do minimalize my presence is because I don't want to be perceived or engage with those stereotypes.
Or you don't actually want to be seen as a massive fucking cocknose, so you act like a normal person. Nobody who isn't a colossal fuckface sits the way they present it. Most people take up the space that makes sense for their body, male or female. But you paint it as all men do it, and it's about dominance. Of course you can't prove that, but it's what you think, so who the fuck needs proof, eh?
I just got my nails done and I manspread during my entire manicure.
Now that's just fucking weird.
And nobody really seemed to notice. I'm not sure if it was because it was all women and we were just all kind of in our own world or what.
Haha, women don't pay attention.
But it was kind of awesome.
Man, you must have the dullest fucking life. I actually kind of pity you.
I'm halfway through the week and really not enjoying this experiment at all.
Shocking. Intentionally acting like a tool makes you feel uncomfortable. I know. Let's make a video about it. What a scoop.
I'm still giving my seat up to people who need it.
Because of course, a man has never ever done that. Fuck you, bitch. I had to spend an hour bus ride stood up once because some cunt, reminded me of you actually, wouldn't move seats so I could sit down next to my kid's pushchair to hold it in place. Funnily enough, cunts come in both male and female variety. Who'd have fucking thought? I just have one question for you. Why are you such a moron?
Because, of course I am.
Keck.
What is it between their legs that's so important that it requires 2 to 3 seats when there are kids, families, women and elderly people standing up?
My football-sized testicles.
I saw a guy who was taking up 2 seats. When I sat down, I spread my legs out, which kind of pushed his leg into his own seat. And he turned to me and gave me a dirty look and said, "Seriously?"
It's weird you guys don't really have any footage of this stuff. Almost like you're reading all your tales from the big book of shit that never fucking happened. I mean, seriously, it's not hard to have button cameras and the like. But nope, can't corroborate your story. Just gonna have to listen and believe.
Women are expected to be quiet, small, and almost invisible.
Could you please provide me with a handbook for being a woman? I've always wanted to see the rules, but no one can get me a copy for some reason. I mean, fuck. I never got my version for men's behaviour. I'm starting to think they don't exist.
Whereas men can be this boisterous slobs, and it's all good.
Holy shit, you actually have an example of something that looks like pretty crappy behaviour. Although, I do have to wonder, how many people are in that carriage? Did you actually go and sit beside him so you could take that sneaky little shot? Etc, etc, etc. Because you know, the context will change how egregious his actions actually are.
Today, instead of feeling the confidence that I've kind of been feeling the rest of the week, I started to feel a little guilty. While I was sitting there taking up 2 seats, a guy came up to sit next to me, and instead of moving over like I normally would, I kind of just had to sit there with my legs out, and instead of saying something to me, he just sat on the edge of the seat the entire time.
Again, nobody would do that. I can't count the number of times I've made myself uncomfortable so someone could have the seat next to me. But when no one is there, you're damn right I'm going to sit how I want regardless of you gigantic fucknuts wanting me to do as you say. Seriously, go fuck yourself to death with a cabbage.
So I've come across another person, quote unquote, manspreading.
Quote unquote, it's your fucking word, you moron!
But wait, they identify as female.
I swear to God, now when I hear you types of people say I identify as, what I hear is, hi, I'm retarded.
Women can take up space as well?
It seems to me that you're trying to pretend that this is some rando you found sat like this, but I know this bitch works for Buzzfeed. Nice try, penis brain.
Even though I'm a confident person, I tend to make myself small even when the situation doesn't call for it. I kind of felt uncomfortable manspreading even though there was no one around me.
Then you have confidence issues. That has nothing to do with anyone but you. Go seek professional help. Simples.
I've not enjoyed this week at all. The very first day where a group of people came on, they were going to a game and they were all desperate for a seat and I was taking up 3 seats.
So you just don't get it, do you? That's not manspreading. That's being an oblivious arsehole. But the thing is, women do it too. You ever been on a bus, seen some chick with a zillion fucking shopping bags? So much shit it spills into the aisle? It happens. But we don't call it womanspreading, because that would be fucking stupid. And like manspreading, it would be sexist. They are just a cunt. And cunt's gonna cunt. You kinda need to get over that.
And they started talking about personal space. All their eyes were just on me, and they were mostly women. If it was a group of dudes, I would have been like, yeah.
Yeah, of course you would. You're a bigoted shithead. We get it.
I thought that manspreading would kind of give me this air of disregard because I thought that I worried too much about what people think, and I've realized that I worry just enough. You should be concerned with whether or not the people around you are comfortable, because that means you're a good community member.
Not really. You should care if the person you're directly affecting is comfortable, but if there's no one there, or you're not in someone else's space, you should give less than 0 fucks. And fuck off being a good community member. Take that shit and stick it up your ass.
My favorite part of this exercise was easily when I got to sit next to men who were taking up way too much space and just forcefully work my way into the seat and without words say, hey, I deserve to sit here.
Look at this shit. No, you fucking don't deserve to be there. There are at least 2 completely empty free spaces around you. You aren't saying, I deserve to be here. You're saying, look at me, I'm such an arsehole. I'm going to be a total dick to this off-duty cop. Ree!
To be forced to manspread really showed me how up your own ass you have to be as a person to not be conscious of those around you.
To the man that's taking up too much space on a bus, on the plane, on the bench,
Fuck off! There is loads of space there. Stop policing people's bodies, you insufferably nosy cunt bags. Get a fucking grip.
we see you. You don't need that much room. To the young women out there, I say you should definitely be aware of your surroundings. If there's something that you want, if there's something you want to say, if there's a position that you want to hold, take up that space.
Oh, even better, because we totally need more entitled cockflops like you draining the world of precious oxygen.
You deserve that space.
No one deserves anything, especially not you fucks. God damn, I would hate to be related to any of you in any way. You're all such a fucking embarrassment to women and humans everywhere. Fuck me.